Welcome back to Wreckfest. You join us today as we continue on in our career in the regional championships. We're hoping to get some more points towards that 1,200 points needed to actually move on. We gained 250 championship points in the last episode, 950 points to go. Hopefully today we can add to that total. Now we managed to do 2 races in the last episode, completed the lawnmower and got some points in the natural born wreckers. Today we want to look at Banger Blitz, but we have an issue. We don't have a car. So it looks like it needs to be a C-Class European car only, and the Rocket doesn't count, and our lawnmower obviously doesn't count. So we're buying a brand new car today to try and decide which one we're going to use. So it looks like we've possibly got the choice of 2, by the looks of things. These, see, that's American. That's American. I think we've got a choice of 3. Gremlin at 117. We've got Firefly at 111. Killer Bee at 134. Well, I think that's an easy decision, isn't it? We've got the money, 4,030 credits, and we become the proud owners of Killer Bee. Okay, now we need to have a look at upgrades. We've got a little bit of money left over. So let's look at some upgrades to see if we can increase this. 134 is a really good start though, to be fair. Currently a Rocket sits at about 148. So it's quite close without no upgrade. So in theory, this car could be faster than a Rocket, to be honest. But we'll see how it goes. So we're trying to put what we can on, but we are a little bit concerned for money now. It was 4,000 for the car itself, and now we're getting close to not having much money left. I weren't sure how much we could spend and get away with. It looks like money's only really spent on cars and upgrades. So something we may have to save for some upgrades, maybe put on the street version rather than sport version sometimes. Depending on the price though, that wasn't too bad for a sport one. Armour as well. Let's have a look at the armour. So we've got a front bumper there if we want to. It does decrease speed and obviously takes the score down. It's only because of the weights added. We had a look at this in the last episode. It's the weight that's been added. This though is different. We could take out the full cage, put a driver cage in. We will gain points there. So we'll go up to 150 because the weight is coming down. But at the same time, the car can't take as much damage. But hopefully we won't get any damage, and it won't matter. So let's have a look at Banger Blitz and see what we need to do for this one. So it is a figure of 8 at the Madman Stadium. And it looks like it's a multi-heat event. So that'll be a first for us. Figure of 8 looks interesting. There looks like to be a jump ramp in the middle. So it could be a bit tricky. I can imagine going over, and if you're ahead of a load of other cars, crisscrossing could be dodgy. Okay, we need a top 8 finish in the first round to qualify for the semi-final. Still on the hard difficulty expert AI. Hopefully we can do this. We're starting in 12th. Let's see how we get on. Hopefully we get straight into the semi-final. So a decent start, getting a bit caught up with the cars ahead of us there, over the jump. Trying to go for the inside really, because I think if you're on the inside, you're less likely to get pushed out wide essentially. That's kind of my strategy. This car does not like to turn. Wow. Yeah, this car is not fun to turn. We may have picked wrong. That is horrendous on the turn. Just can't put any power down, otherwise the back end goes and then you're trying to control the spin. Okay, this might be a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be, and a lot of it's going to be down to handling. We're forced into the barrier. The cars don't mess around, do they? They're quite happy to hit you, force you wide, force you into a barrier and not let you turn. I think we need to start playing them on our own game some of the time. We've got to be a bit careful though. Remember, we've got no armour on, or limited armour at very least. But damage-wise, we're not really taking any. We're getting the odd nudge here and there. How did we not get damage from hitting the barrier? That's a bit strange, but okay. Oh, that car tried to hit us into the barrier, then we managed to avoid them, but not the second one. The yellow car's working together. The race is already over. Loose Cannon has won the race. We're currently in 12th. We need the top 8. I don't think we're going to catch anyone here. No, we're going to finish it in 12th place. That's not really what we want. Best lap of 23.816. I'm probably going to start collating the best laps, and then when we get to B class, we can compare whose best laps may be. I don't know. I like numbers. I like looking at those kind of things. But that's a bit of a disappointment, that race. That hasn't quite gone to plan. Right, so no points out of 200 scored there because we didn't make the final by the looks of things. We can tune the car though. Would that help? That could help with the cornering. That's not a bad shout. So suspension, we want to... let's have a look. I think we want to go stiffer. The stiffer the suspension, that should help with cornering. Gear ratio is acceleration essentially. So if we go short, we'd accelerate quicker. There's no real straights on that figure of 8. So we may need to change this back in other races. But for a figure of 8, quick acceleration could really help us. And stiffer suspension at the same time, hopefully will help us with that cornering. Differential I don't think is that big a deal. Brake balance, probably not. I think, just reading through them, I don't think they're going to help us massively. Our issue is cornering. This car is not good at cornering. But let's give it another go. So we're back at the Madman Stadium for round number 2 with Banger Blitz. Let's see if we can get a top 8. At least get to the semi-final. At least make some progress would be nice. Okay. So our best lap previously was 23.816. Can we beat that and get into the semi-final? Let's see how we do. 12th place start. And we know we need a top 8 position to go through. Not as good a start as last time. We're kind of stuck in the middle of the pack here. And we're just going to get pushed and pushed and pushed out wide. Wow. But we do manage to escape. And then we just get a blockade of cars. Not allowing us any space. Over the jump. Just managing to try and make some space for ourselves. Keeping ourselves to the inside. Trying to keep it as narrow as possible. Cornering is definitely improved after we changed the suspension. But we've just been forced into the jump at a really weird angle, and that cost us massively there as we hit the barrier. We're now 16th out of 16. Yeah, this isn't going well. I thought at least we'd do better than last time. We're going to hit the car. Oh, a couple of cars we kind of caught on the way through the jump, but not major damage to us. Luckily, bumper's a bit damaged though, looking at that. I didn't notice that till now. Right, we're going to start the final lap. We're currently in 14th. We need to gain 6 positions on this final lap to have any chance of progression. The race is already over. Uncle Slam has already won. We're, what, halfway through the last lap? I don't think we're gaining anything, to be fair. Although there's a crash ahead of us here. As we just crash into them. We're going to gain it. I think we got 13th. We did, 13th. And we got a new personal best time of 21.795. That is a personal best lap time. But we're down in 13th and we're out once again. It's twice now. We've failed miserably. I think we picked the wrong car. I think I looked at the rating being so good, didn't pay attention to what else was needed, but we'll deal with that another time. Let's go and do something we can actually win. So Mud Mayhem. This is Demolition Derby Mud Mayhem. That looks good to me. It's at the Fairfield Mud Pit. Now, what car do we use is the question. And if we use Killer B, we need to put armour back on. Because currently we took it all off for the race. I might leave tuning as is, but yeah, I think that probably would be a good idea. Let's do armour on Killer B first. So, change the roll cage back to the full roll cage. What we got? No. Front bumper, yes. Put that back on. Ignore the rating dropping. It's not about rating. This is about survival. And we've got window mesh as well, or steel mesh to go in the windows. Okay, we're at Fairfield Mud Pit, ready for Demolition Derby, Mud Mayhem. Can we get a decent finish? Earn our first points of the episode for the championship. Let's fingers crossed and hope we can. We are wrecked in 10th place. We did get 3 eliminations. We managed to knock 3 people out, 3 wrecks. 10th place out of 16. I didn't, to be fair, I was trying to wreck everyone. I love the fact it shows the state of your car after a race in the background. We're on fire back there. Not on fire with points, though, unfortunately. But I was kind of focused more on taking other people out, not preservation of herself. Confirmation, 10th final position. We did get the 2 bonus targets, and we gained 60 points out of the possible 200. So our first points of the episode are on the board. Next up, we've got Dirt Devils. This looks to be a different kind of race for us again. The Rocket is going to be going in. We're going to be driving the Rocket. The Killer Bee can't be used for this one. So, let's have a look at upgrades for the Rocket. We haven't got a lot of money, to be fair. Most of our upgrades we'd previously done on Rocket. That's why it sits at 146 currently. We've got a new manifold. That's not that expensive, actually. That's not a bad price. Doesn't change our rating at all, though. What else have we got here? Sport camshaft, 148, nice. And we got a sport... No, we've got street pistons on now. We can't really do anything else. So currently at 148. Isn't too bad. Okay. Do we want mesh? We don't want the mesh. We don't need the mesh in the windows. We're all good. So let's head to Bloomfield Speedway for this multi-heat event once again. We need a top 8 finish once again to progress to the semi-final. But we're driving the better car. This is the Rocket. Can we qualify for the semi-finals for the first time? That would be our first target. After that, winning. Let's go. 12th place start. We need a decent start here. Not too pleased about being on the outside. I'd rather be on the inside to stop being pushed out wide as we face a roadblock. As a load of cars go off to the right hand side, we've gained a couple of positions straight away on the start. It's just an oval. It's just a straight oval this, so it's all about speed and taking the corners relatively well to actually maintain speed. But on a dirt track, this is not simple. But I think we're doing okay. 11th currently, all cars coming across. Up to 10th. 9th, we can just nick... Oh, wow, okay, we've just been upgraded to 7th. Some cars must have gone wrong or done something ahead of us. We're up to 7th. Can we keep it? That's the question. The final lap now as well. These laps are just flown. 7th place. Remember, top 8 go through to the semi-finals. Taking the corner nicely. A little bit of a drift there. But we're in 7th place and we finish in 7th. With a lap time of 15.036. I think that was pretty good. We started on the outside. We had a few issues with cars rejoining and in front of us. Got caught up a few times. But a 7th place finish means we're in the semi-finals. Semi-finals. Okay. Top 8 needed to qualify for the finals. Starting in 12th, but this time on the inside. Hopefully this will make a massive difference. Already jumping up positions into 2nd place. That's the big difference of that inside lane. You can get through a lot of cars. So 2nd place now, out of the pack. We don't need to win this. We just need to be top 8. So I think if we can maintain out front, away from the pack, so we don't have any issues. We are being challenged though on the inside. It's forcing us wide. That's not what we need to do. We need you to leave us alone. Oh, just managed to squeeze past. He's not happy with us being there. He's trying to come over onto us. They are very aggressive, their AI. Even on expert, they are quite happy to take you out. Problem is, he's affecting our race now. We've dropped down from 2nd to 4th. But this is the final lap, final bend of the oval. We might drop down to 5th here. Yeah, 5th place, but we should be able to hold it. And we do. We finish in 5th place and qualify for the final. And we got a lap time of 15.80604. Which isn't bad. We had a better time in the first round, to be fair. So it wasn't a PB. But we're now in the final. Inside lane again. 8th place start. Come on. Straight up the inside. How many overtakes can we get off the start? Not as many this time. A lot of them moved over quite quickly. But we're up into 3rd. Into 2nd now really quickly. This is 6 laps this time. Rather than the 3 we've been doing. So it's a bit longer race. We've got to try and stay out of trouble there. Getting spun a little bit. Managed to control it and keep the car going. The one in 1st has flown the nest. He's gone. So we've got to ignore 1st place in a minute and focus on survival. As we're being challenged from behind here. They're just out to get you, aren't they? That's what makes it so good fun though. Is they're just out to get you. Halfway through on lap number 3 now. and we're in third place of 16, which is a really good position, to be honest. First place is gone. Second place we can see, but whether we can catch, I don't know. Challenge from behind here as well. So we're going to try and be careful where he's going to come through. Took that really wide, that corner. Should have stayed more on the inside to stop him doing that. We're now in the fourth. There's a car off ahead of us. Was he the car in third? He might be the car in third. He might have made a mistake, which may give us a chance to get third position. Lap number 5, still in third place. If that second position there who made the mistake, we've got a chance to move up. Oh, no, no! Ah, you're kidding me. Got the wheels on the grass and it just turned us over. Got the car off centre. The left-hand side wheels are on the grass there, and that just made us roll. We're now 8th out of 16 on the final lap as well. That was on for a podium. We was on for a podium and we messed up massively there. We're going to cross the line in 8th place with a time of 14.826, which is a brand new PB for us. That's the fastest we've ever driven that. Wow. I'm disappointed considering we was in third place. That was a podium finish on you know, guaranteed near enough until we just made a mistake. And if we hadn't touched the grass, we hadn't got the wheels on it, we would have been okay. Confirmation, 8th place final position, 1 of 2 bonus targets achieved. 80 points in the bag though. That's a good. We got some points. So the only race we've got left really out of the ones we've unlocked, or we started with unlocked, the others still need more points. In fact, they need 10 more points to unlock the other races. So let's see if we can get 10 points here. This is Challenge Meme Machine. I don't know what this one's about. Oh, it's a 1v1 race. Oh, okay. That's different. Well, we'll head to the Midwest Motocenter and we can go one-on-one with whoever this is going to be. This is going to be our first 1v1 race. We've not done this track before either. So I'm a little bit concerned. This is the main circuit in reverse. Okay. Let's see how we do. What can go wrong? We finished second. It's not the end of the world. Obviously a win is what we're after, especially on a 1v1 though. I wonder if it's for pink slips or not. Hopefully not. Don't want to lose the rocket already. Okay, right hand corner. Trying to keep it up the inside here. Trying to carry some speed outside the corner. They're drifting pretty wide. It's only 3 laps, so I'd say these laps are probably not ever so long by the looks of the track. They look quite medium kind of length. But as it's new for us, I'm just not sure on the corners and where we should be. And that's posing us an issue right now because I'm going into a lot of these corners far too slow. And the other car is storming away. Absolutely storming away from us. We're not catching them. I can tell you now, there's no way, unless they make a major error, and we have seen the AI make errors, they need to go off and not come back kind of error. I don't think we're catching them. But at least this gives us a lap time. We can just practice the track a little bit while we chase and try and chase. And it's at least we're learning a track, aren't we, essentially. Very wide in the corner, spun it round. This is the thing with this Rocket. It's a brilliant car. Really enjoying driving it compared to the Killer B. But it spins really easily on the exit. That oversteer is horrendous. I may have to look at tuning to try and help with that. Although the tuning with Killer B didn't really make much difference when it came to that race. So I'm not sure. I'm kind of tentative with tuning to leave it well alone. But I need to do something to stop this cornering being so bad. And it's not every corner. It's just when you try and go in a little bit too quick. And the back end just likes to drift. Like that. Don't. On the grass. We held it. We held it. I thought we was going to spin round then, but we didn't. The other car's out of sight. So, like I say, this is more practice laps for us. No, that time I didn't hold it. We spun it round. Yeah. I like the car. Just don't like the cornering. In fact, there's both cars now we've got issues with cornering. So, is it the cars or is it me? That's the question, isn't it? Which is the problem, me or the cars? If we're struggling with cornering on both of them. Oh, do let me know in the comments. Very Bad Boy has won. We knew that was going to happen. Do let me know in the comments. We showed a lot of the upgrading and tuning today. Let me know in the comments. Do you want to see the upgrading and the tuning, or just the upgrading, just the tuning? Let us know in the comments what you want to see, aside from the races themselves. It's one of those things I'm a bit undecided on. I know it slows the video down, but I like to show that, you know, the progression we've made and what we're adding on. Confirmation there, we failed. Second out of 2. Very bad boy won by a country mile, but we gained a lap time. Our best lap was 47.492, which is a new track for us. And today, that is it. We have earned in this episode 140 championship points, a brand new total of 390. We're 10 away from unlocking the other new races further along. So we'll look to try and do that in the very next episode. But thank you very much for watching. If you're enjoying this series or any content on the channel, do give a like on the episodes you enjoy, as it really helps the channel. But that's it from us. We'll see you next time for more Wreckfest.